Welcome to Big Mike's Rare Reviews. This is Big Mike, and today I'm going to be covering the fifth episode of Marvel Studios' What If, entitled "What If Zombies." Now, this episode was pretty good. It was decent. And basically, the problem I knew I would have going into this is that you're doing a zombie episode and it's on Disney Plus, and you'd have to keep it very, very PG-13. I don't even know if, in particular, this episode was PG-13. It wasn't a lot that they actually showed in this episode as far as blood, guts, gore, anything like that. Only mostly on the part of the actual zombies, which, of course, was to be anticipated. So that was my gripe, really, with this episode. Other than that, it was pretty decent. So now I'm going to get into some spoiler territory. So if you haven't watched the episode yet, if you just don't care about spoilers, you can back out now or you can keep watching. So the episode starts off where the promo started, the one they released yesterday, where Banner comes to Earth in the beginning of Infinity War, just like he did in that movie. However, everyone is gone at this point. When he encounters the Black Order, you see a portal open, and Tony and Wong and Doctor Strange step out, but they're not what to be expected. They are zombies. They have been zombified. So we find out later in this episode how this happened actually was in the quantum realm. Apparently this was some kind of quantum virus, which we know in the original comics was actually something that was brought over from a different version of Reed Richards. So we knew they were going to take that part as well because they haven't introduced the Fantastic Four yet in the MCU, and they weren't going to introduce them in What If. So we got that little bit of explanation. We see it started there with Hank Pym as he was infected when he went to retrieve his wife, Janet, who actually also infected Scott, and that's how the zombie apocalypse started. We go to Peter Parker in his Zombieland type montage where him and Happy are kind of going over the rules of the zombie apocalypse and things like that. So we find out that Peter, Hope, Winter Soldier, even the Russian friend of Scott Lang from Ant-Man, he's actually helping them out as well. So they're going on mission, to try and save the world. They meet up with Okoye, and they have this plan to, get to this beacon that they're receiving. So when they're on the train, trying to get there, that's some of the things we see in the trailer where they fight Cap. Sharon Carter was also with them. We got a lot of casualties as well. A lot of the people turned into zombies, and we lost a lot of the people during the episode. So they were trying to get to this facility, and we see the zombies weren't trying to infiltrate this facility. When they get inside, we see that Vision is the reason why, and he is voiced by Paul Bettany. And the reason is the Mind Stone. So there is a cure on the table. So that's what they were seeking anyway, some kind of cure. And we see that Scott Lang had been cured, even though he was just a head in a jar at this point, because that's all that was left of him. But he had been cured by Vision. So when Bucky goes to look around, he said he's going to secure the perimeter. He finds out that Vision has been holding Wanda, and she is zombified. So also he has been holding T'Challa, who hadn't been turned. So this is a throwback actually to the original comic as well, because in the original comic, T'Challa was being held by Hank Pym, actually, who was zombified, and was using him to feed. And he had, cut off one of his legs, just like in the original Marvel Zombies comic. But Vision was doing this to feed Wanda because he just couldn't, kill her. And he said the reason he couldn't cure her is because her mind was too strong and she fought it. So, of course, Wanda eventually breaks out. And a lot of the zombies come in. Vision said he has to atone for what he had done. He removes the Mind Stone from himself, in effect, killing himself. Their survivors take the Mind Stone, which at this point is only Scott Lang, T'Challa, and Bruce, hulks out and tries to give them an escape. So we have Peter as Spider-Man, Scott Lang as Floating Head Ant-Man, and T'Challa going back to Wakanda because they're going to take the Mind Stone back to Wakanda so they could try to, implement a cure for the rest of the world. And then at the end of the episode, we see that doesn't work out too well either because we know in Infinity War, Thanos shows up in Wakanda. But then when they show in Wakanda where the barriers are, because that's where they thought would be the last safe haven, there are a lot of zombies banging on the barrier of Wakanda. And then it shows that Thanos is actually zombified inside of the barrier of Wakanda, and he has all the stones except for the Mind Stone, which they are bringing to him right now. So we see in What If, a lot of these universes are doomed, and there's really not much anyone can do about it. And, it kind of sucks, but, it's good entertainment. It's good to see, in the universes that we follow, it's like, okay, well, the good guys for the most part win. But in a lot of these alternate worlds or realities, they do not. So, with that being said, that's going to be the end of the video.
I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you haven't already, click that subscribe button. And if you're feeling extra generous, give this video a like. It's much appreciated. And don't forget to hit that bell to be notified of all my latest content. And once again, thanks for watching and see you next time.